Okay, so let's unpack this. We've got this brand new flagship drone, and wow, the excitement around it feels completely earned.
It really does. I mean, you think about it, it's essentially a professional camera, like the kind of quality you expect on the ground, but this thing flies.
Exactly. And what's fascinating right off the bat is just how much it sparks the imagination.
Oh, absolutely. You see the reactions online, and it's not just, oh, cool specs. People are genuinely thinking about, travel, exploration, creation.
Yeah, that feeling of wanting to see things differently, push the creative limits, it's really tangible.
And it's backed up by some serious advancements. We're not just talking minor tweaks here.
No way.
Yeah.
At the heart of it, you've got this 3-camera system, and the main one. A 100-megapixel beast with a big 43-inch sensor.
And the video from that main camera's 6K resolution at 60 frames per second, that's huge.
Right. That kind of spec. That was firmly in cinema camera territory until, well, now apparently. And now it's on a drone.
And the choice of 3 cameras, strategically, it really screams versatility, doesn't it?
It does. You get your wine for the big epic shots, obviously.
But then having those 2 different telephoto lenses, that gives you incredible reach. And you can play with perspective compression in ways that were just much harder before.
Yeah, it really broadens the creative toolkit you have up in the air.
Let's zero in on that main camera again, the 100 MP one. It's not just megapixels for the sake of it.
Not at all. That adjustable aperture,
Yeah.
f2 to f11, that's crucial. Gives you real control over your depth of field, your exposure, just like a DSLR or mirrorless.
Proper photographic control. And that 6K 60p video we mentioned, okay, fantastic detail, obviously.
But it's also about flexibility later, isn't it?
Yeah.
In post-production. You can punch in, crop, stabilize, and you've still got so much resolution to play with.
Exactly, you're not losing quality. And then there's the physical design bit, the gimbal.
Oh yeah, the rotating gimbal. That feels like a bit of a game changer.
Being able to pan a full 360 degrees and tilt up 70 degrees. Think about the shots that unlocks.
Those really dramatic reveals, or maybe, getting smooth Dutch angles from the air, stuff that was incredibly difficult, maybe impossible before.
Totally. It feels like they really thought about how people actually use these things in the field.
And you can't discuss the image without mentioning Hasselblad.
Right.
Right. The natural color solution is back.
Which is so important for consistency, getting accurate, reliable color across all 3 different lenses.
Yeah.
That's massive for pros who need to match footage.
Yeah. No weird color shifts between your wide shot and your telephoto shot.
That Hasselblad partnership, it really signals who this drone is aimed at the professional market. It's about color fidelity, nuance.
And you pair that with the dynamic range, which is what? Up to 16 stops on the main camera.
Incredible range. Plus you've got the color profiles, 10-bit, D-Log, D-Log-M, HLG.
So basically everything a colorist needs to really dig in and craft the look they want in post.
You're essentially flying a cinema camera package in terms of image data.
And then there's slow motion. Can't forget that.
Right. 4K at 120 fps on the main and medium tele. That's pretty sweet.
And still 4K 100 on the long telephoto. Imagine capturing fast action from the air in super smooth slow-mo.
Yeah, the creative potential there is huge. Plus, they mentioned doing detailed panoramas with the telephoto lens. That's an interesting one.
Capturing these huge vistas, but with that compressed telephoto look and tons of detail. Opens up some cool possibilities.
It's really the combination, isn't it? The high-end imaging specs and the smart design choices working together.
Yeah, it's not just about taking pictures from the sky anymore. It feels like they're providing the tools for genuinely professional aerial cinematography and photography.
Okay, so the camera is obviously incredible, but what about just handling it, flying it?
Well, the descriptions point to a really refined, robust build quality. It feels substantial, apparently, like it's meant for serious work, not just a toy.
Yeah, that professional feel. It probably justifies the weight, makes you feel a bit more confident flying it.
Durability and reliability seem like key factors. And those little touches, like how it powers on automatically when you unfold the arms.
Yeah, small things, but they add up to a smoother workflow when you're actually out there trying to get shots.
And the new controller, the DJI RC Pro 2. Looks like a pretty big step up.
Those auto-unfolding sticks are kind of neat, yeah.
But the big thing seems to be the omnidirectional collision sensing. That sounds like a major boost for safety.
Oh, huge. Especially if you're flying in complex spots like around trees or buildings. Knowing it's effective even weaving through branches in some modes, that's peace of mind.
Absolutely. A massive confidence booster, especially if you're operating solo. Lets you focus more on the shot, less on not crashing.
Right. And it's quieter, too, meeting that EU C2 standard.
Which could actually matter quite a bit in Europe, potentially allowing flights closer to people in certain modes, more flexibility on location.
Definitely. Okay, so build and safety sound solid. What about actual flight performance?
Well, the subject tracking is reportedly much improved, making it easier for one person to nail those dynamic follow shots.
Which is great for independent creators, right? Makes complex shots more achievable without needing a second operator. It's apparently getting close to dedicated tracking drones.
That's impressive. And the battery life. They're saying around 40 minutes of useful flight time out of a nominal 51.
40 minutes is a good chunk of time in the air, enough to scout, set up, get multiple takes without constantly worrying about landing for a battery swap.
Gives you breathing room. And that obstacle avoidance, it's not just basic, right? It works in low light and at pretty high speeds.
Yeah, up to 18 meters per second, even in dim conditions. That points to a really sophisticated sensor suite and processing.
And Active Track 360 degrees, the tracking feature. It can supposedly hold on to a subject even if they go behind something briefly.
And detect vehicles from quite far away. It sounds incredibly reliable, which is crucial for tracking.
These flight tech improvements really underscore that professional focus again.
Totally. And the transmission range up to 30 kilometers for the HD video feed, plus increased overall range. That means a more stable link, fewer scary disconnects.
Critical for pro work where losing the feed isn't an option.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's fast too. 90 kilometers per hour top speed.
So if you need to get somewhere quickly or track a fast subject, it has the grunt.
Let's swing back to that RC Pro 2 controller for a sec. The screen, it rotates.
Yeah, the 7-inch mini LED display rotates.
Yeah.
Which is a really smart move for vertical video.
Ah, right. Seamless integration with the gimbal for shooting stuff optimized for social media platforms, acknowledging how content is consumed now.
Exactly. It's a thoughtful touch. And the controller itself has HDMI out, 128 gigs of internal storage, good battery life.
Up to 4 hours, yeah. And native audio recording on the controller. That's interesting.
Little features that show they understand the workflow of creators working quickly, maybe doing voiceovers or scratch audio on the fly.
Okay, practical stuff. They're selling it in different packages, right? Combos.
Yeah, the standard. Then a Fly More combo and a creator combo. So you get things like extra batteries, charging hubs, maybe that better RC Pro 2 controller depending on the package.
Lets people choose based on their needs and budget. Those extra batteries and the multi-charger are almost essential for serious work, I'd imagine.
Absolutely. And the charging is faster now, too, with the new adapter and the parallel charging hub. Less downtime between flights.
Always good. And getting footage off the drone.
Seems streamlined, too. Quick transfer for fast wireless file moving.
And you can plug in a USB-C cable and pull files off without even powering the drone on. That's clever.
Yeah, another one of those small workflow improvements that makes a real difference on location when time is tight. Efficient data handling is key.
One slightly odd thing, though. The initial lack of availability in the U.S., despite having certifications.
Yeah, that was surprising. Sounds like some kind of market strategy adjustment or logistical thing at launch. Hopefully resolved soon for U.S. buyers.
Okay, so let's try and wrap this up. Bringing it all together, this drone, it feels like a really significant step.
Oh, definitely. The camera system alone, its quality, its versatility is exceptional.
And then you add the smart sight features, the ones that make complex shots easier, the robust design.
Plus that professional level control system, it really feels like it's setting a new standard.
And the reaction online seems to back that up.
Yeah.
People are genuinely excited.
Yeah, you see words like masterpiece, people saying it's like a childhood dream come true for aerial imaging. It shows the impact this kind of tech has.
It really does feel like a redefinition of what's possible from the air, which leaves you thinking, well, even if not everyone can get one right away, how is this level of aerial capability going to change things, across different creative fields, even just for personal exploration?
That's the big question, isn't it? What new stories, what completely fresh perspectives become possible when you have tools this good flying up there?
The potential just feels wider, more exciting than ever.